Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Every morning you wake up with a choice. You can choose to let the day pass by, or you can choose to take action and work toward the life you want. What you do in those early hours and how you approach each task throughout the day will determine where you are tomorrow, next week, and in the years to come. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's not about hoping that success will somehow find its way to you. Success comes to those who get up, show up, and work with intention. It's the consistent effort, day in and day out, that compounds and leads to the results you desire. In this video, we're going to break down how to wake up with clarity, how to work hard with purpose, and how to push through those moments when everything inside you wants to quit. The truth is, it's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. It's about making today count. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to create habits that will serve you for the long haul, and how to take control of your life through your actions. You have what it takes. Now it's time to start working. Let's dive into this, and I'll show you how to build the life you've always dreamed of, one day at a time. Number 1, wake up with gratitude. Work with determination. Wake up, another day has arrived. Another opportunity is in front of you. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Will you waste it, scrolling through distractions, complaining about what you don't have, making excuses for why you're not where you want to be? Or will you take control, stand up, and decide that today is yours to win? Because let me tell you, no one is going to do it for you. No one is coming to wake you up and remind you that time is running out. No one is going to drag you out of bed and force you to chase your dreams. That's your job, and it starts with how you wake up every single morning. Most people wake up already defeated. They start the day in a rush, stressed, frustrated, thinking about everything they don't have, everything that's going wrong. They hit snooze 5 times, roll out of bed at the last minute, and drag themselves through the day with no energy, no excitement, no direction. That's how most people live. And that's why most people never achieve their potential. But you're not here to be like most people. You're here because you want more. And if you want more, it starts with how you approach the moment. Your eyes open in the morning. Gratitude. It's not just a word, it's a mindset. It's a way of seeing life. If you wake up complaining, you'll carry that energy through your entire day. If you wake up focusing on problems, those problems will control you. But if you wake up with gratitude, you put yourself in a position of power. You shift your focus from what's missing to what's possible. You take control of your thoughts before they take control of you. Now, I'm not saying gratitude means ignoring your challenges. Life is hard. Some days are tough. But no matter what's going on, you have something to be grateful for. The fact that you're breathing, the fact that you have another chance, the fact that you still have the ability to fight for a better life. These are not small things. These are gifts. And if you start your day recognizing them, you put yourself in the right frame of mind to take action. But listen, gratitude alone isn't enough. Feeling grateful is one thing. What matters is what you do with it. Because some people talk about gratitude, but they still waste their time. They still procrastinate. They still let fear, laziness, or distractions steal their day. That's where determination comes in. Determination means you make a decision that no matter how tired you are, no matter how uncertain things feel, no matter how far away your goals seem, you will put in the work. You will not waste today. You will not sit around waiting for motivation to magically appear. You will get up and move forward, whether you feel like it or not. See, that's the difference between successful people and everyone else. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's their mindset. The way they approach each day. The way they refuse to make excuses. The way they show up and work, even when no one's watching. Even when no one's cheering them on. Even when progress feels slow. They don't just wait for the perfect moment. They create it. And that's what you have to do. You have to train yourself to act, no matter how you feel. Because feelings are unreliable. There will be days when you don't feel like working hard. There will be days when you don't feel like pushing through. But you don't let those feelings control you. You take control of them. So how do you start? First, take control of your mornings. Stop waking up and grabbing your phone first thing. Stop filling your mind with negativity before your day even begins. Instead, sit up, take a deep breath, and remind yourself of what you're working for. Remind yourself that today is a fresh opportunity. Then move. Get your body going. Drink water. stretch. Set the tone for your day with energy, not sluggishness. Then get clear on your priorities. What do you need to accomplish today? What steps are necessary to move closer to your goals? Write them down. Focus on what matters. Because the truth is, most people waste time on things that don't matter. Scrolling, gossiping, avoiding real work. If you want to win, you must be intentional with your time. You must protect your focus. And when it's time to work, no half effort, no distractions, no checking your phone every 5 minutes. Just focused, determined effort. That's how progress is made. One disciplined day at a time. Now, some people will say, but what if I don't see results right away? Listen carefully. Results don't come overnight. Success is a process. The people you admire, the ones who have built great things, they didn't get there by working hard once in a while. They got there because they made hard work their lifestyle. They built habits. They stayed consistent. And let me tell you something else. Hard work does not mean burnout. If you burn yourself out, you won't be able to sustain success. That's why rest is part of the process. But rest is not an excuse to be lazy. Rest is meant to recharge you so you can work even harder when it's time. So before you go to bed tonight, ask yourself, did I make today count? Did I work with determination? Did I give my best? If the answer is yes, you're on the right path. If the answer is no, then tomorrow is another chance. But don't let too many days pass without effort. Because life moves fast, and the people who wake up and work hard are the ones who get ahead. Wake up with gratitude. Work with determination. Because every day you waste is a day you can't get back. And every day you take seriously is a step closer to the life you want. The choice is yours. What will you do with today? Number 2. Build consistency over perfection. Most people never get anywhere because they're waiting for the perfect time, the perfect moment, the perfect plan. They hesitate, overthink, and doubt themselves, convinced that they need everything to be flawless before they take action. And you know what happens? Nothing. Days pass, weeks go by, months disappear, and they're still stuck in the same place, making excuses, telling themselves, I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it when I feel ready. But let me tell you something. Perfection is a trap. It's a lie that keeps you from making progress. It's the excuse that keeps you from building the life you want. Success doesn't come from waiting until everything is perfect. It comes from showing up every single day, doing the work, even when it's messy, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it. It's about consistency. It's about doing what you need to do over and over again until it becomes second nature. That's the real secret. That's what separates those who make it from those who don't. Because let's be real, life isn't perfect. You're going to have bad days. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to feel like quitting. But if you build the habit of showing up no matter what, nothing can stop you. The problem is, most people get discouraged too quickly. They try something once, twice, maybe even for a week or two. And if they don't see immediate results, they give up. They say, it's not working. Or maybe this isn't for me. And then they go right back to where they started, stuck in the same cycle of frustration and disappointment. But think about this. If you planted a seed in the ground, would you expect it to grow into a tree overnight? No, you'd water it. You'd give it sunlight. You'd be patient. And over time, it would grow. That's how consistency works. It's about putting in the effort, day after day, even when you don't see results right away. And let's get something straight. Consistency doesn't mean you have to be perfect. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to do things flawlessly. You just need to keep going, one step at a time, one day at a time. Because when you do something consistently, even if it's not perfect, you get better, you improve, you learn, you start building momentum. And before you know it, you've created something powerful. Now here's where most people go wrong. They think motivation is the key. They wait for that burst of energy, that moment when they feel inspired to take action. But motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel like pushing forward, other days you won't. If you rely on motivation alone, you'll never be consistent. You need discipline. You need to make a decision that no matter how you feel, you will show up. You will do what needs to be done, because that's what winners do. Look at anyone who's ever achieved anything great. Athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, none of them were perfect, but they were consistent. They practiced when they didn't feel like it. They worked when no one was watching. They stuck to the process even when results were slow. That's why they succeeded. And that's what you need to do. But here's the good news. You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be consistent. You don't need to work 20 hours a day. You don't need to be the best overnight. You just need to do something every single day. Even small efforts add up over time. If you work out for 10 minutes every day, that's better than doing nothing. If you improve your skill just a little each day, you'll be miles ahead in a year. If you work on your goals a little every day, you'll get further than most people who are waiting for the perfect moment to start. So stop waiting, stop overthinking, stop looking for the perfect plan. Just start, just do something, even if it's small, even if it's not perfect, because consistency is what builds greatness. Not luck, not talent, not perfection, just showing up again and again until success becomes inevitable. It's time to let go of the idea that you need everything to be perfect. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to start being consistent, because the people who stay consistent are the ones who win. The ones who hesitate, who wait, who expect perfection before they begin, they never make it. So ask yourself, are you going to keep waiting for the perfect moment? Or are you going to start now? Even if it's messy, even if it's small, the choice is yours. But remember this, success belongs to those who show up day after day, without excuses, the ones who understand that consistency beats perfection every single time. Number 3, work hard today for the life you want tomorrow. Nobody is going to hand you the life you dream about. Nobody is going to show up and do the work for you. The truth is, the life you want, the future you keep imagining, it's not going to happen unless you put in the effort today. Hard work is not an option. It's the price you pay to get where you want to be. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Time doesn't slow down for anyone. Every day you waste is a day you can't get back. That's why you need to start now, not next week, not next month, not when you feel like it. Now, most people don't understand this. They want success without struggle. They want results without effort. They hope for shortcuts, quick fixes, some kind of secret that will make everything easy. But there is no secret. The only thing that works is work. The people you look up to, the ones who have achieved greatness, they weren't lucky. They weren't special. They worked. They pushed through the hard days. They kept going when others quit. That's the difference. That's what separates those who make it from those who don't. You have two choices in life. You can take it easy now and struggle later, or you can struggle now and have an easy life later. And when I say struggle, I don't mean suffering. I mean discipline. I mean waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. I mean staying focused when distractions try to pull you away. I mean pushing yourself when nobody is watching, when nobody is clapping for you, when nobody believes in you but yourself. That's the real test. Can you keep working when there's no immediate reward? Can you stay committed even when it feels like nothing is happening? Because if you can, if you refuse to give up, the results will come. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually everything will fall into place. The problem is, most people don't have patience. They expect instant success. They want results overnight. And when things don't happen as fast as they want, they quit. They say, maybe this isn't for me. They convince themselves that they're not talented enough, not lucky enough, not capable enough. But that's just an excuse. The truth is, success takes time. It takes persistence. And most importantly, it takes hard work. Every single day. No matter how you feel, look at your life right now. If you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in a year, 5 years, 10 years, if you're not working towards something? If you're not pushing yourself to grow, you're going to be in the exact same place, or worse, further behind, because life doesn't wait. If you don't take control, time will pass you by, and one day you'll look back and wish you had started sooner. You'll wish you had worked harder. You'll wish you hadn't wasted so much time making excuses. But here's the good news. You can change your future. You can start today. It doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed. The past doesn't define you. What matters is what you do from this moment forward. The effort you put in today will determine the opportunities you have tomorrow. The habits you build today will shape the person you become. If you work hard now, you will thank yourself later. That's a fact. Think about it. Every successful person you admire had to start somewhere. They weren't born successful. They built their success, day by day, step by step. And they did it by working hard when nobody knew their name. They did it by staying focused when they had every reason to quit. They did it by believing in themselves, even when nobody else did. And if they could do it, so can you. It won't be easy. There will be days when you feel exhausted, days when doubt creeps in, days when you wonder if it's all worth it. But those are the days that matter the most. Those are the days when you have to dig deep and keep going. Because every time you push through, you get stronger. Every time you refuse to quit, you build the mindset of a winner. And that mindset is what will carry you to success. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop telling yourself you'll start later. Later is a lie. Later turns into never. The only time you have is now. So use it. Put in the work. Build the discipline. Stay focused. And don't stop until you have the life you want. Because if you're willing to work for it, if you're willing to stay committed, if you're willing to push yourself every single day, there is nothing you can't achieve. Number 4, turn your small efforts into big results. Most people underestimate the power of small efforts. They think success is about making giant leaps, about doing something massive all at once. But that's not how it works. The truth is, the biggest results in life come from the smallest, most consistent actions. What you do every day matters far more than what you do once in a while. The small things, the little choices, the tiny disciplines, those are the things that shape your future. And if you learn how to turn your small efforts into big results, you will unlock a level of success that most people never reach. The problem is, most people don't take small actions seriously. They dismiss them. They say, oh, it's just one workout. It won't make a difference. Or it's just 1 hour of learning. It won't change my life. But they fail to understand something crucial. It's never about just one action. It's about what happens when those actions add up over time. One workout might not change you. One healthy meal might not transform your body. But do it every day, and suddenly, in 6 months, a year, 2 years, you won't even recognize yourself. That's how success is built, day by day, step by step, one small effort at a time. The mistake people make is thinking that if they don't see immediate results, then their actions don't matter. But that's not true. Every single effort counts, even when you don't see progress right away, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Keep going, because something is happening. The change is taking place beneath the surface, and one day, it will all come together. Think about water dripping on a rock. 1 drop does nothing. 10 drops do nothing. But let it drip for years, and it will carve through solid stone. That's what your small efforts do. They carve a path towards success. The problem is, most people quit before they see the results. They work hard for a week, a month, maybe even a few months. And when they don't see massive changes, they give up. They assume it's not working. But the people who make it, the ones who truly succeed, are the ones who keep going even when it looks like nothing is happening. Because they know that results take time. They trust the process. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by luck. They got there by showing up every day, by putting in the work when nobody was watching, by making small, smart choices over and over again. You might think that small actions don't matter, but they do. Reading 10 pages of a book every day doesn't seem like much. But in a year, that's 3,650 pages. That's over a dozen books. Learning one new skill for just 30 minutes a day doesn't feel like a big deal. But in a few years, you'll be an expert. Working on your dream for 1 hour a day might not seem like enough. But over time, that hour compounds. And before you know it, you're miles ahead of where you started. The key is patience. The key is consistency. The key is understanding that small efforts don't just add up. They multiply. The hardest part is trusting the process when you don't see immediate results. That's where most people fail. They get discouraged because they want results now. But real success doesn't work like that. It's built slowly, quietly, day by day. And when you understand that, when you truly commit to the small things, that's when everything changes. So here's the question. Are you willing to do the small things every day, even when it seems like nothing is happening? Are you willing to trust that the little actions will lead to big results? Because if you are, if you commit to the process, then success is inevitable. It might take longer than you expect, but it will happen. You just have to keep going. You just have to stay consistent. And one day, you'll look back and realize that all those small efforts added up to something bigger than you ever imagined. Number 5. Embrace the daily grind. It's where success happens. Most people want success. They want a better life, a better job, better health, better finances. They want to improve. They want to win. But when it comes down to the daily grind, the early mornings, the late nights, the repetition, the effort, most people hesitate. They want the rewards, but they don't want the process. And that's exactly why so many people stay stuck in the same place year after year. The truth is, success doesn't happen in one big moment. It doesn't come from one lucky break or one big opportunity. It comes from what you do every single day. It comes from embracing the daily grind. The daily grind is not glamorous. It's not exciting. It's not always fun. It's waking up early when you don't feel like it. It's putting in the work when no one is watching. It's doing the same things over and over again, refining your skills, improving just a little bit each day. That's where success is built. Not in the big flashy moments, but in the quiet hours when no one is cheering for you, when no one is patting you on the back. That's where champions are made. That's where the winners separate themselves from everyone else. The problem is, most people avoid the grind. They look for shortcuts. They want instant results. They want success without the struggle, but it doesn't work that way. Every person who has ever achieved something great had to go through the process. They had to do the work. They had to show up, even when they didn't feel like it. They had to push through the days when they were tired, when they were frustrated, when nothing seemed to be working. And that's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Think about an athlete training for years before they win a championship. Think about a musician practicing for thousands of hours before they ever perform in front of a big audience. Think about an entrepreneur working day and night, failing over and over again before they finally build something great. That's the reality of success. It's not luck. It's not talent alone. It's work. It's effort. It's persistence. Most people quit before they even see results. They start something, and when they don't see instant progress, they give up. They assume it's not working. But the truth is, the results always come later. They don't come when you expect them. They come after you've put in the time, after you've stayed consistent, after you've proven that you're willing to do what it takes. That's when things start to change. If you want success, you have to fall in love with the process. You have to wake up every day ready to put in the work, no matter how you feel. You have to commit to the grind, knowing that the results will come, even if you can't see them right away. You have to be willing to do the hard things, the uncomfortable things, the boring things, because that's where success is created. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to look at other people who seem to have it all figured out and think they got lucky. But you don't see the hours they put in. You don't see the sacrifices they made. You don't see the struggles they faced behind the scenes. And if you're not careful, you'll trick yourself into thinking that success is supposed to be easy. It's not. But that's what makes it worth it. Every time you push through the grind, you're getting stronger. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you're proving to yourself that you have what it takes. And over time, those daily efforts will add up. One day you'll look back and realize that all those small, hard moments built something incredible. But it only happens if you embrace the process. So don't run from the daily grind. Don't avoid it. Don't wish it were easier. Lean into it. Do the work. Stay consistent. Because success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who grind every single day, no matter what. Number 6, don't wait for opportunities. Create them. Most people spend their lives waiting for the right time, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for someone to notice them, waiting for life to somehow hand them success on a silver platter. And that's exactly why so many people never reach their full potential, because they sit there, hoping that one day, everything will magically fall into place. But life doesn't work that way. Opportunities don't just show up at your doorstep. They don't fall out of the sky. If you want something, you have to go out and create it. The world doesn't owe you anything. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to knock on your door and say, here's the perfect job. Here's the perfect chance. Here's the perfect chance. Here's the perfect life you've been waiting for. It doesn't happen like that. And the people who succeed, the ones who break through and achieve something great, they understand this. They don't wait. They don't sit around hoping things will change. They get up, they take action, and they make things happen for themselves. The problem is, most people are afraid of failure, afraid of rejection, afraid of stepping out of their comfort zone. So they convince themselves that they need to wait. They tell themselves they're not ready. They tell themselves they need more time, more experience, more connections. But the truth is, you're never really going to feel ready. And if you keep waiting, you'll be in the exact same place a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, wondering why nothing has changed. If you want to get ahead, if you want to make something of yourself, you have to start now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Now, you have to stop looking for permission. You have to stop waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to go after what you want. You don't need permission. You just need to start. Think about all the people who have built something from nothing. They didn't have guarantees. They didn't have a perfect plan. They just started. They worked with what they had. They took risks. They failed. They adjusted. And they kept moving forward. And because of that, they created opportunities for themselves. If you're waiting for a better job, stop waiting and start improving your skills. If you're waiting for the right connections, start networking, start reaching out, start putting yourself in places where opportunities exist. If you're waiting for the perfect business idea, start with what you have. Start small. Start learning as you go. Because the longer you wait, the more time you waste. Too many people look at successful individuals and think they had it easy. But what they don't see is the years of effort, the years of struggle, the years of grinding behind the scenes when no one was paying attention. They don't see the sacrifices, the failures, the setbacks. All they see is the result. And that's why so many people assume that success is about luck. It's not about luck. It's about action. It's about making things happen instead of waiting for them to happen. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is assuming that someone else will give you an opportunity, that someone will see your potential and hand you the perfect chance to prove yourself. But that's not how the world works. People respect action. They respect results. If you want opportunities, you have to create something so valuable that people can't ignore you. You have to put in the work, develop your skills, and show the world that you have something to offer. And when you do that, doors will start to open. It's not always easy. It's not always comfortable. But that's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. The people who make things happen are the ones who take risks, who step up, who create opportunities where others only see obstacles. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They take action, even when things are uncertain, even when things are difficult, even when they're scared. If you want to change your life, you have to stop making excuses. You have to stop telling yourself that you're not ready. You have to stop waiting for the perfect set of circumstances, because that day will never come. You have to make a decision right now that you're going to take control of your life, that you're going to stop waiting and start doing. Every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. Every opportunity you let pass by is a chance you may never see again. And the only way to guarantee that you never reach your full potential is to do nothing. So stop waiting, stop hesitating, stop hoping that someone else will make it happen for you. Get up, take action, start now, because your future is in your hands, and no one else is going to build it for you. Number 7, commit to the 30-day rule. Make new habits stick. Most people dream about change. They want to wake up earlier, exercise consistently, read more books, develop better discipline, or work harder toward their goals. They get excited about the idea of transformation. They tell themselves, this time, it's going to be different. But here's the problem. Most people never stick with it. They start strong for a few days, maybe even a week, but then life gets in the way. The motivation fades, distractions creep in, and before they know it, they're back to their old habits. Nothing changes, and the cycle repeats over and over again. The truth is, motivation alone isn't enough. If you rely on motivation to change your life, you will fail, because motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll feel like pushing yourself, and other days you won't. And if you only take action when you feel like it, you will never make real progress. The key to real change isn't motivation. It's consistency. And that's where the 30-day rule comes in. If you can commit to something for 30 days, no excuses, no skipping, no negotiating, you can rewire your brain. You can prove to yourself that you're capable of sticking to something. You can build a habit so strong that it becomes part of who you are. It's not about perfection. It's not about massive overnight success. It's about proving to yourself that you have control over your actions. Most people think habits take months or years to form. But here's the reality. If you give yourself just 30 days of absolute commitment, you'll be shocked at how much can change. 30 days of waking up early, 30 days of working on your dream, 30 days of cutting out distractions, 30 days of eating right, moving your body, reading, learning, developing a skill, whatever it is, 30 days can transform you. But you have to be relentless. The first few days will be easy. That's when you're excited. That's when you feel unstoppable. But then, somewhere around the second week, the challenge begins. The excitement wears off, and the excuses start creeping in. I'll do it tomorrow. Skipping one day won't hurt. I've been doing great so far. I deserve a break. This is where most people fail. This is where the old patterns try to pull you back. But this is also the moment that separates those who succeed from those who don't. If you push through those moments, if you refuse to listen to the voice that tells you to quit, something amazing happens. You start to feel a shift. The habit stops feeling forced. It stops feeling like a struggle. It becomes automatic. You don't have to convince yourself to do it anymore. You just do it. That's when you know you've won. The 30-day rule isn't magic. It's not a shortcut. It's not some trick to make life easier. It's about commitment. It's about proving to yourself that you have the discipline to stick with something, no matter what. And if you can do it for 30 days, you can do it for 60, for 90, for a lifetime. Imagine if, 30 days from now, you wake up and realize that you have built a new habit that's pushing you forward. Imagine looking back and knowing that you didn't quit, that you didn't let distractions or laziness win. Imagine the confidence you'll feel when you see how much progress you made in just 1 month. That confidence alone will push you to do even more. It doesn't matter what habit you want to build. It could be working out every morning, writing every day, eliminating bad habits, practicing a new skill. Whatever it is, the process is the same. The only thing that matters is your decision to commit. And once you decide, there's no turning back. If you're serious about changing your life, start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Pick one thing, one habit that will move you forward, and commit to doing it every single day for 30 days. No excuses, no exceptions, no second guessing. And when that voice in your head tells you to quit, remind yourself why you started. Push through. Show yourself what you're capable of. Because once you prove to yourself that you can stick with something for 30 days, you'll never doubt your ability to change again. Number 8, develop the habit of saying no to distractions. Most people don't fail because they lack potential. They don't fall behind because they're not smart enough or capable enough. They fall behind because they allow too many distractions to control their lives. They let every little thing pull them away from what really matters. They sit down to work, and within minutes, they're checking their phone. They start a task. But before they can finish, they get lost in something meaningless. They convince themselves that they're busy, but at the end of the day, they've made no real progress. And then they wonder why success feels so far away. The truth is, distractions are everywhere. They're designed to pull you in. Your phone is built to keep you hooked. Social media is built to keep you scrolling. The world is full of things fighting for your attention. And if you don't take control, you'll wake up one day and realize that years have gone by, and you're still in the same place. That's why learning to say no to distractions isn't just a good habit, it's a necessity. If you want to achieve anything great in life, you have to develop the discipline to focus. Most people don't realize how much time they waste. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, it adds up. And before they know it, half the day is gone, and they've done nothing meaningful. They say they don't have enough time, but the truth is, they do. The problem isn't time, it's how they use it. Success isn't about having more time. It's about using the time you have wisely. If you want to get ahead, you have to start protecting your time, like your life depends on it. Because in a way, it does. your future, your dreams, your success. They all depend on how well you manage your focus. And that means learning to say no, no to meaningless scrolling, no to endless notifications, no to anything that isn't pushing you forward. It's not easy. Your mind will fight back. It will crave distractions. It will look for any excuse to avoid hard work. But if you can train yourself to resist, you will separate yourself from the majority of people who spend their lives distracted. The key to breaking free from distractions is awareness. Most people don't even realize how much they're being pulled away. They don't realize how many hours they lose to things that don't matter. But once you start paying attention, once you start tracking how you spend your time, it becomes clear. You start seeing the patterns. You start noticing how often you reach for your phone, how often you get sidetracked. And once you see it, you can take control. One of the most powerful things you can do is set boundaries. Turn off notifications. Put your phone in another room while you work. Block distracting websites if you have to. Do whatever it takes to create an environment where focus becomes the default. Because if you don't control your environment will control you. It's not about working all the time. It's not about never taking breaks. It's about being intentional with your time. It's about deciding what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Because every time you get distracted, every time you let something meaningless pull you away, you're delaying your success. You're pushing your goals further into the future. And the more you let it happen, the harder it becomes to break free. Think about the most successful people in the world. They're not the ones who are constantly checking their phones. They're not the ones who get lost in distractions. They're the ones who know how to focus. They're the ones who have mastered the ability to say no. Because every time you say no to a distraction, you're saying yes to your goals. Every time you resist the urge to waste time, you're making progress. It won't be easy at first. Your mind will resist. It will crave the instant gratification that distractions provide. But the more you fight back, the stronger you become. And over time, you'll start to notice something amazing. You'll have more time, more energy, more progress. You'll start achieving things that once felt impossible. Not because you're working harder, but because you're working smarter. Success isn't about luck. It's not about talent. It's about focus. And focus is a skill that can be developed. But only if you make the decision to take control. Only if you make the commitment to eliminate distractions and prioritize what really matters. Because at the end of the day, your success is determined by what you choose to give your attention to. And if you spend your days lost in distractions, you'll never reach your full potential. So start today. Pay attention to how you're spending your time. Identify the distractions that are holding you back. And then make the decision to say no. Not just once, but every single day. Because the more you say no to distractions, the more you say yes to success. Number 9. Create a vision board to visualize and manifest your success. When it comes to reaching your goals, there's something powerful about seeing them every day. It's not just about writing down a list of things you want to achieve and hoping they come true. It's about creating a visual reminder that constantly reminds you of where you're going and what you want to create. A vision board is that reminder. It's a powerful tool that helps you to focus on your dreams, aspirations, and the life you want to live. And when you create it, it becomes a constant presence in your life, a guide to keep you moving forward. A vision board is more than just a piece of art on your wall. It's a manifestation tool. When you take the time to put together images, words, and symbols that represent your goals and dreams, you're taking control of your future. You're not waiting for things to happen. You're actively shaping the life you want. This is about setting a clear intention for your life and committing to it in a way that makes it impossible to ignore. Think about it. Every time you walk past your vision board, you're reminded of where you're going. You're reminded of the things that matter most to you. It's like having a roadmap to success right in front of you. And when you see it day after day, you start to believe that it's possible. The images and words you choose begin to influence your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset. It's like having a visual contract with yourself. You've made a promise to pursue your dreams relentlessly. Now, creating a vision board is not just about cutting out pictures and pasting them on a board. It's about carefully selecting images, quotes, and symbols that resonate with your deepest desires. It's about choosing what you want your life to look like and creating a representation of it that inspires you to keep pushing forward. These images should make you feel excited, motivated, and eager to take action. Whether it's a picture of your dream house, a quote that inspires you, or a representation of a healthy lifestyle, you need to put things on your board that make your heart race, that make you feel alive. This process requires intention. It's not enough to just throw random pictures on a board. Each picture, each word, each symbol should have meaning. It should represent something that you want to bring into your life, something you want to achieve, a feeling you want to experience. When you choose these images and words, think about how they make you feel. Do they excite you? Do they inspire you to take action? Do they remind you of why you're working so hard? If the answer is yes, then you're on the right track. And it doesn't stop there. Once your vision board is up and ready, don't just forget about it. Make it a part of your daily routine. Look at it every morning before you start your day. Let it remind you of what you're working towards. Let it fuel your energy, your drive, and your motivation. Every time you look at your vision board, you're reaffirming your commitment to your goals. You're aligning your actions with your dreams. There's something incredible that happens when you do this consistently. The more you look at your vision board, the more your mind begins to focus on what you want. Your subconscious mind starts to believe that it's possible. You begin to see opportunities where you might have missed them before. You start to take steps toward your goals, even if they're small ones. Your vision board becomes a catalyst for change. It creates a shift in your mindset, one that makes you believe that success is inevitable. It's important to understand that creating a vision board isn't about magic. It's not about just putting up pictures and hoping for the best. It's about aligning your thoughts with your goals and creating a mindset that attracts the things you want into your life. A vision board helps you to clarify what you really want, and it helps you stay focused on your path even when things get tough. Because let's be honest, there will be times when it feels like things are moving slowly, or when obstacles show up. But when you have that vision board in front of you, it serves as a reminder that you're on the right path. It helps you to push through those tough moments and continue moving forward. The more you use your vision board, the more you'll start to see your dreams unfold. It won't happen overnight, but the key is consistency. You have to commit to your vision every day. You have to look at your board and think about how each goal can become a reality. And when you take consistent action towards those goals, you'll start to see things shift. Opportunities will come your way. Doors will open that you didn't even know existed. And before you know it, you'll be closer to your dreams than you ever thought possible. Creating a vision board isn't just about putting together a collage of pictures. It's about taking your dreams seriously. It's about saying to yourself, this is what I want. This is the life I want to create. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Your vision board is a constant reminder of your commitment to yourself, and it helps you stay focused when distractions arise. It gives you clarity, direction, and a sense of purpose. So start today. Take the time to create a vision board that reflects your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. Put it somewhere where you'll see it every day, and make it a part of your daily routine. Let it inspire you to take action, to stay focused, and to believe in your ability to achieve the life you've always wanted. Your vision board is more than just a tool. It's a reflection of who you are and who you're becoming. And when you commit to it, you're committing to your success. Number 10, make rest a priority. Success requires energy, not just effort. Success doesn't just come from grinding day in and day out, working non-stop, and pushing yourself beyond your limits. It's not about constant hustle or working yourself into exhaustion. In fact, one of the most important components of long-term success is something that most people overlook: rest. Yes, you heard that right. Success requires energy, not just effort. And to maintain that energy, rest has to be a priority. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if you're not constantly working, you're falling behind. We see so many people glorifying the hustle, the late nights, the early mornings, the endless to-do lists. But here's the reality. If you don't rest, if you don't take time to recharge, your efforts will become less effective. You'll burn out. And the last thing you want is to push yourself to the point where you're too tired to enjoy the success you've worked so hard to achieve. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Your body, mind, and spirit need time to recover and recharge. Without rest, your creativity declines, your motivation wanes, and your physical health suffers. But when you make rest a priority, You allow yourself to show up every day with renewed energy, focus, and enthusiasm. Rest gives you the ability to think clearly, to make better decisions, and to maintain the energy needed to work smarter, not just harder. When you're well rested, you're able to tap into your full potential and put in the kind of effort that truly leads to success. It's easy to think that taking breaks or getting enough sleep is a waste of time. After all, there's always something else to do, always another task to check off your list. But when you prioritize rest, you're investing in your long-term success. Think of rest like fuel for your car. If you don't refuel, your car won't run. Similarly, if you don't give yourself time to recharge, you won't have the energy you need to keep going. Taking breaks, getting enough sleep, and allowing yourself some downtime ensures that you're able to continue performing at your best. When you're well rested, your mind is sharper, you're more focused, and able to think critically about the decisions you need to make. Your productivity increases because you're not working through mental fog. Rest is not just about sleeping at night. It's about giving your mind the space it needs to rest and recover. If you're constantly in a state of go, 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 it's easy to get burned out. You start making mistakes. You lose your creativity. You feel like you're treading water, but you're not making progress. Rest is the antidote to that feeling of burnout. It's the reset button that you need to perform at your peak. The top performers in every field understand this. They know that taking regular breaks, getting quality sleep, and allowing themselves downtime is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. They understand that success is about sustainability. It's about making consistent progress without burning out. And that's exactly what rest allows you to do. So how do you make rest a priority in your life? It starts with recognizing the importance of recovery. It's about valuing rest as much as you value the work itself. Build rest into your schedule, just as you would block off time for meetings, deadlines, or tasks. Block off time for rest. Whether that's getting a good night's sleep, taking a short walk, or disconnecting from technology for a few hours. Find what works for you and make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. You also need to listen to your body. If you're feeling tired or drained, don't push through it. Rest is a sign of self-awareness. It's about knowing that you don't have to be constantly in motion to be successful. Take the time to recharge so you can come back stronger and more focused. It's not about working yourself to the point of exhaustion. It's about working in a way that's sustainable, in a way that keeps you energized for the long haul. Another key aspect of making rest a priority is learning to say no. Sometimes, the best thing you can do for your success is to decline opportunities that drain your energy. Not every invitation or request requires your time and attention. If you're constantly saying yes to everything, you're going to burn out. Saying no is a powerful skill that allows you to protect your energy and focus on what truly matters. When you prioritize your energy over everything else, you'll have more to give when it counts. Also, don't forget the importance of mental rest. It's not just about physical rest. It's about giving your mind space to breathe. We live in a world full of distractions, and our minds are constantly being pulled in different directions. Taking time to disconnect from the noise, whether that's through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a walk without your phone, can be incredibly rejuvenating. Mental rest allows you to clear your mind, reset your thoughts, and return to your work with fresh ideas and clarity. The people who achieve lasting success understand that rest isn't a luxury, it's a vital part of the process. Success requires effort, yes, but it also requires the energy to make that effort count. Without energy, your efforts will be scattered, and your progress will be slower than it could be. By making rest a priority, you're setting yourself up for sustained success. You're giving yourself the tools you need to keep going when others might burn out. You're creating a foundation for long-term achievement, not just a sprint to the finish line. The key to success isn't just about putting in long hours. It's about working smart. And working smart means knowing when to push hard and when to rest. It's about maintaining balance. And when you prioritize rest, you're making sure that you have the energy to take massive action when it matters most. So make rest a priority today and watch how your energy, productivity, and success levels rise. Because the truth is, success is a marathon, not a sprint. And to finish strong, you need to make sure you're well rested for the journey ahead. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. As we wrap up today, remember that the journey to success is never a straight line, and it certainly isn't an overnight thing. But every small effort you make today adds up. Every decision to work harder, stay focused, and keep going, especially when it's tough, takes you one step closer to where you want to be. The key is consistency. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about showing up every day, putting in the effort, and trusting that the work you do today will pay off tomorrow. You are building something powerful, even when it feels like it's taking longer than you hoped. So as you move forward, don't look for shortcuts. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Instead, create the habit of showing up, of putting in the work, and of doing what's necessary. Make each day count, because the life you want is built with every choice you make, every small action, and every ounce of effort you put in. Keep going, because success is waiting for you.